What's poppin', guys? Welcome back to the React, and the React is going to be reacting to the Marvels. And let me tell you that I'm not a huge fan of the Marvels or the Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel. Secondly, I did not enjoy the first Captain Marvel movie that was released right after Avengers Infinity War. I still believe that was just a money grab movie because they knew Infinity War was such a great box office movie and Avengers Endgame was the movie that everyone is waiting for. So they made a movie and put that in between those two movies so Captain Marvel can get all that publicity and box office, because the movie is going to be the first movie that's going to be released after Infinity War and before Endgame. Thirdly, it's not that I'm not a fan of Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. I'm just not a fan of Brie Larson portraying the role of Captain Marvel. She is not a great actor. I haven't enjoyed her acting. The MCU could have chosen so many different actors, but they yet again chose one of the worst actors, in my opinion, Brie Larson, for Captain Marvel. I do not know the reason behind them choosing her for this role. It doesn't suit her. She doesn't have any expressions in her feelings. See if this trailer changes my mind, and let's react to the video right now.
Carol Danvers, prodigal child of the Milky Way.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
You know, cold, no air, space.
Captain Marvel. The Annihilator. You took everything from me. And now I'm returning the favor.
Is that the Power Stone?
What is happening to me? She's entangled our light-based powers, so we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light. I can see it. And Kamala...
Who's Kamala?
Hi. She can turn light
I don't like
into
Kamala
physical
either.
matter, which I have never heard of.
I could totally show you.
No!
She's targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this.
You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh my god, we're a team.
Higher.
Further. Faster.
Who's a good kitty goose?
I can't. Can you?
I got it.
That's that same cat that scratched Nick Fury, right? Leave that in the comment section down below. I believe so. That's the same cat that scratched Nick Fury in Captain Marvel. Guys, number one, let's talk about the CGI. As far as what I've seen in the trailer, the CGI looks okay to me, looks good to me. But what MCU has been lately doing is that they put a lot of CGI work in the trailers, but they do not release it in the movie. They do not have it throughout the movie, and they try to confuse us by putting all the good CGI scenes in the trailer. And an example for that would be She-Hulk. They when they got all that backlash from the terrible CGI they did on Hulk and on She-Hulk, they changed the trailers up, but when we started seeing the shows, the episodes, the CGI was still terrible. Hopefully this time they're staying true to their word, and after the trailer, when the movie's released, the CGI is gonna stay the same, and it's gonna have the same dedication that Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Age of Ultron, all these movies had. Guys, before I get to the controversial topic, let's get to the details of the trailer first, and then I'll discuss it at the end of the movie, what I really disliked about this trailer. Guys, I like the comedy they showed in the trailer. They showed a little bit of comedy. As long as they keep keep that comedy in a small portion throughout the movie, they'll be fine. But if they put so much comedy like the way they did in Thor Love and Thunder while trying to replicate Thor Ragnarok, they're gonna screw up the movie just like they screwed up Thor Love and Thunder. Guys, what I'm seeing from this trailer is that I see Nick Fury a lot in the trailer, but the thing is, hopefully I'm wrong and mistaken, but I think Nick Fury is not going to be in this movie for a very long time. I believe he's going to have a very short movie time because they're going to try to promote these three ladies rather than Nick Fury. I don't think Samuel L. Jackson is going to be portraying Nick Fury a lot in this movie. For some odd reason, they're not putting Nick Fury in these movies a lot. They give him limited time, and I don't know the reason behind it. I feel like Nick Fury is one of the better things that happened to Marvel lately than most things. All right, let's get to the controversial side of my opinion about the Marvels. So, I don't know why Marvel is not learning from their past mistakes. I just don't know why. Main mistake is feminism and LGBTQ being represented in their movies. Let me tell you one quick fact about the Marvel comics and the MCU. There are more male fans than female fans in the MCU. And trust me, there's a reason why all the female leading roles has not worked out in the MCU, like She-Hulk, the Black Widow. Even though I love Black Widow, I love Scarlett Johansson portraying that, but the movie was just terrible. Box office wise, it did not do great. It didn't live up to its expectations. And then you have Captain Marvel, which did great box office wise, but the movie itself was terrible. The only reason it did great was because it was between Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. And when I say there's more male fans of the MCU than the female, I don't mean to hate on the female fans. I know there are a lot of female fans. There are a lot of female geeks about MCU and the Marvel. A lot of females that read comics. But what I'm saying is there's a lot more male that read comics, a lot more male that watch MCU movies than females. And the reason why I don't like them showing females as a lead role is because it's very hard as a guy to grasp around the idea of a female really challenging a guy in a fight, which is completely impossible. Like, and the way they portray it is that they always have to downside or they have to belittle men in the movies when that women are superior. Like, if you want to have a female lead, okay, that's perfectly fine. But like, let's do mano y mano, right? Why are you trying to show that females are stronger than men? Why do you have to compare it to that? Because in Iron Man 2, when Robert Downey Jr. was playing Iron Man, they didn't have to show that he's stronger than Black Widow because we already knew that. And we didn't have to see that to know that, right? But I promise you, in this movie, they're going to have so many scenes where they're just going to, hate on the men of the characters in this movie. Lastly, but not the least, let me tell you guys, if this does not work out for the MCU, if this movie is another flop like Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think this is going to be the downside of MCU if the downside hasn't already started. MCU has been taking large losses financially when it comes to box office, and if this is another flop, then I don't see the MCU existing, especially when DCEU is promoting their movies the way they are and the way they're improving their quality movie-wise. I feel like DC is going to take over MCU, and I never thought in a million years, 5 years ago, that something like this would happen, that they would ruin this whole universe in a span of 2 years after Avengers Endgame when they have so much promise to show. Alright guys, this was my takeaway from this trailer. If you liked my opinions on it, please comment down below and let me know what you agreed on and what you disagreed with me. If you do disagree with me with any opinion that I have made in this video, then let me know down below in the comment section. We'll have a conversation about it in the comment section, and I'll let you know why I disagreed with whatever opinion you have. That's it from today. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time, baby.